I love you.
Not enough, apparently.
Trash. Manipulative trash. And then in the end it's gonna be like, oh, I shouldn't have said that to you, I accept you going away. No, trash. I'm done with Peter Kavinsky, whatever his last name is. I'm done with him. Done. Hi guys, welcome back to the Shannon Show. So today's video is going to be a review of To All the Boys, Always and Forever, which is the final film in the All the Boys franchise. I hope everybody is doing as well as can be, and I really do hope everybody is being as proactive as possible in supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. And if you're still on the lookout for some resources, I've linked some in the description. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts on my commentary. I'm always up for a chat, I'm always up for a debate, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. No hard feelings. And if you really like this video, consider subscribing and helping you get out. So I haven't read the book, so I'm not coming in as a fan of the books, and I thought the first film was okay. Wasn't that big of a fan of the second film. I feel like the second film was a bit boring, and I feel like she should have got with Ambrose. I was a bit skeptical about it because when I saw the trailer, I thought it looked a bit boring, and when I started watching it, it was a bit boring at the beginning, but by, say, midsection to the end, I was heavily invested in this film. I confess, I was heavily invested in this film, and I was heavily invested in this messy, toxic relationship, because I've come to the conclusion that Lara Jean and Peter's relationship is toxic. Peter is toxic. I didn't like him in the second film, but this kind of just confirmed my hate for him. I hate Peter Kavinsky. And I just felt like he was being so controlling in this film. He was being really manipulative and being very toxic. And I really wanted Lara Jean to break up with him. And I feel like the clear example of this is with the whole college situation and how he was adamant that she was to go to the same college as him. And he was being really manipulative about it, like trying to make her feel bad about it, trying to guilt trip her, and like, you know, making her feel like, oh, if she doesn't do this for him, then that means that she doesn't love him, and that if she really loves him, she would do this thing for him. And it's a big ask what he was asking for. And I kind of, even though I was enjoying the mess, I'm not gonna lie, I was just kind of like, why has no one brought this up to Peter, that this is toxic behavior? Like, people just say, oh, he'll come round, or if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But nobody is calling him out on his toxic, manipulative, low-key abusive behavior. Even her little sister is plotting with Peter for them to get back together. Why didn't she, who's meant to be little Miss Feminist, check Peter on the way that he was trying to manipulate Lara Jean? So I kind of feel like Peter got away in this film with being so manipulative and low-key abusive, in my opinion. Very controlling. And I'm not going to accept any of that, oh, well, he just really loved her and he wanted them to be together. No, because if you really love someone, long distance, you would make them work, and you wouldn't make them sacrifice something so important to their life that you know is going to benefit their life. So cut that bullshit. If you're in a relationship like that, leave please, because it is not healthy. And then they tried to make us feel sorry for him with his whole daddy issues that they kind of addressed for 5 minutes, but I was not buying that. I was like, bitch, I did not feel sorry for you. Did anyone feel sorry for him? Nah. So there wasn't even enough emotion in that scene for me to feel sorry for him. So sorry, Peter Kavinsky is toxic. He is not romantic, and Lara Jean, really and truly, when she gets to NYU, needs to dump his ass. And also justice for John Ambrose. I don't know where he was in this film. He just wasn't there. Justice for John Ambrose, because really and truly, if anything, she should have ended up with him. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Peter Kavinsky. If anybody wants to add any more commentary to Peter Kavinsky's toxic party, please feel free to add your 2 cents down below. I'd also be interested to hear from the people who still support Peter Kavinsky. Do you acknowledge what he did is controlling and manipulative and low-key abusive, but you still stand him anyway? Because that's perfectly acceptable. Or do you kind of feel like he hasn't done anything wrong? I'd be interested to hear from you guys how you excuse this behavior. So moving on, in terms of the other aspects of the film, in terms of her friends, I didn't really care about her friends, again, to be honest. It was kind of just like, oh yeah, she has friends. Lucas, again, has been paid absolute dust. They didn't even bother to give him a lineup, let alone a prom proposal. Everybody else got a prom proposal but Lucas. Disrespectful, and rude. The wedding, it was cute, but I really didn't really care about the parents' romance. And pretty much that's all this film is worth talking about, to be honest. I mean, you know what it is. You know what it is. You really do know what you're getting here. I feel like if you're already invested in the series, you've already watched 1 and 2, you might as well watch this one. And even if you're not invested, it's one of those ones you can, it's one of those, you know, rom-coms that you watch when you don't want to watch anything serious. Like I said, I was invested in it. It was a good film. I feel like it's definitely better than the last one. And even though, you know, their relationship is toxic, I did find it entertaining. Yeah, everything was pretty much average, but then, you know what, they did a good job wrapping it up, and saying goodbye to all the boys. So I commend them on that. I'm happy to see Lana Condor is finally being booked for something else on Netflix, because I feel like Noah was just booked and busy, and Lana was just, you know, out here withering away. So I'm happy my sister Lana is booked and busy. But yes, do feel free to let me know what you thought about the film overall. Do you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? Do you think it was better than the last film? Do you think it's the best film? I'd be interested to hear from you guys. And how would you rank the films? I think for me it would be number 1, number 3, and then number 2 last for me, ranking wise. But overall, I think I'd give it a solid 3 out of 5. But yes, do let me know what your thoughts are on the film. Of course, always let me know what you thought of my thoughts. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you have, don't forget to put my notification bell on so you know when the next video is dropping. I also have filmed a reaction for this, so you should definitely check that out. I'm also trying to get to 2.8k subscribers. I'm almost there, and I appreciate if you help me reach that goal. And thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel so far. Until next time, guys. Bye.